All right, so we want to make a video today. First of all, thank you for being here and watching about what to do at home if you, one, don't have a budget for the gym, two, you're really short on time and not sure you can make it to a gym and back if you work at home virtually, or you're just a busy parent, or three, you're just not sure where to start. You haven't joined a gym because you just don't feel confident or comfortable coming in because you really don't know what to do. We're going to talk about a minimalist approach just to get started, and we'll add on to this video in another series, maybe next week, where we're going to keep it simple, not complicate things, and just talk about two exercises today. One's going to be the squat, and the other one's going to be a row or a pulling variation. So when we squat, we want to focus on form first. So here's the cues that we like to use at Elevate. One is we want to get set up into a position that is hip width to shoulder width apart. Feet are pointed out about 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock. It depends on the person, but that's like where we want to start with people. Gail's set up and she wants to feel her whole foot. So from the toes all the way to the heel. She's going to soften her hips and knees, and she's going to pull herself down to the bottom, making sure her abs are on with an inhale, and then she's going to exhale as she pushes the floor away, getting back to the top. And that's it. Starting off, we like to have people begin with just 5 reps. Technique first. Let's say this is too easy, and Gail wants to try this with a dumbbell. So she's going to grab the dumbbell, and she's going to hold the dumbbell by the top part, keeping it vertical, and the dumbbell is going to touch the chest or the sternum and just below the sternum. She's going to do the same thing, same action. Pull herself down to the bottom, exhale, push herself back to the top, feeling her whole foot throughout the movement. Let's say you have a kettlebell. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to have Gail turn a little bit so you can see the squat from a different angle, but she's going to get the bell in position. Now, you don't need to be a kettlebell expert or zealot to know where to hold the bell. You can hold it by the horns like Gail has it, or you can hold it by the cannonball. At this point, it does not matter. But Gail's going to get set up and do the same thing. She's going to feel her whole feet. She's going to soften her hips and knees. Abs are on as she inhales down. She's going to push the floor away and get back to the top. These are awesome squats. And it's just a great place to start. Now, let's say we want to add another exercise. So we get a lower body pushing action and an upper body pulling action. Opposites working together. So we've got the band. And with a resistance band, we can do a seated row. So Gail's going to sit on the floor. She's going to take that band. She's going to place it around her feet. She's just going to hold both sides of the band, or both ends of the band. Knees can be soft. They don't have to be locked out. It's whatever feels comfortable for you, but you want to sit tall. Shoulders are down, and she's going to pull with her shoulder blades back, following through with the elbows and squeezing at the top. Same thing. Let's work on 5 solid reps. That's all we need to do to start. Those are excellent. Let's say she does have the dumbbell or the kettlebell. We can get set up into what we like to call an Elevate, a 3-point row. Doesn't matter which tool you use. We'll just demo with one. But you're going to get set up with a wider foot base. She's going to hinge into position, so she's sticking her butt back. She's got a posting arm on the chair. Everyone should have a chair at home, and she's going to pull the same way. Shoulder blades pull back, elbow follows through. That's perfect. The breathing is the same. We're reaching long, inhaling, exhaling as we pull and squeeze to the top. So those are 2 exercises, and that could be a full training session for some people. Now, where do we want to start with our sets and reps? 5. Maybe you do 2 to 3 sets of 5 reps of each, and that's it. You just got started. Congratulations, you did your first session. We can always build from there. From that point, let's say we want to add more sets. We want to stay with 5 because we know our technique is really good with 5s. So we build up to 5 sets of 5. We do a set of squats, we do a set of rows. Maybe we go back to work, we come back, we do another set of squats, and we do another set of rows. Throughout the day, building up to 5 sets of 5. Let's say you can dedicate 10 to 20 minutes of doing these 2 exercises. You can do them every minute on the minute. Do 5 squats. The top of the next minute, do 5 rows. The top of the next minute, do 5 squats, and repeat until you've done 5 to 10 rounds. You've just completed a really robust training session, 2 exercises with very minimal equipment and a minimalist approach. If this starts to get easy, add weight. If you have a heavier kettlebell, build up with a heavier weight. If you have a heavier or thicker band, progress to that next band and continue to work. At a point where you're able to do every minute on the minute for 20 minutes, maybe then we start increasing the reps and we lower our sets back down to 2 to 3. We do 6 repetitions every set, and then maybe 8, and then we work up to 3 sets of 10. And if we can do that fairly easily in a 10-minute block, we can start adding weight and starting the whole process over again. So what we really want to reiterate here is that you do not need a lot to get started. If you have a minimal budget that you can't put forward towards joining a gym, if you are short on time or you're just unsure where to start, these 2 exercises 2 to 3 times a week is a great foundation to build from just to get moving. If you have any questions, please let us know. We're here to help.